Today in the Forever World, we are tackling a chest monster and we're building several storage units. We might even get up to some mischief, who knows? Stay tuned, and it's onwards to victory. I am Dan, documenting my very own Forever World, using no cheats and no spoilers on a completely random seed. This endless grind to excellence takes nothing short of determination, dedication, and creativity. All with the goal of adding world history and storytelling to a Minecraft world. We're already well on our way to the start of something big. Join me as I continue to build out my Forever World, one block at a time. Welcome once again to the Forever World friends, and welcome once again to the mining camp. As you can probably tell, a lot of work has gone into this place since the last time we hung out. Last time we were here, this particular building was nothing more than a dirt skeleton with some chests inside. I meant to make an entire episode on building this place, but unfortunately, due to some circumstances regarding production, I have been unable to do such things. We'll be talking about that soon. You may be noticing that I sound slightly different, and yes, it does have something to do with audio. Now, I wouldn't necessarily call this building completely finished just yet, and this one is not completely finished yet either, for that matter, but we need to put in some glass, and I want to put in some clutter items here along the bottom, some barrels and some chests to kind of make it look like it's being, storing more items than it can carry, kind of like overflow, that kind of thing. Kind of give it a little bit more of a working vibe, more or less. Now, one thing to note about this particular building is the copper is not waxed yet. I don't have any bees anyway, so getting it waxed is kind of an impossibility at the moment. Still need to get silk touch. But one thing to probably give you guys as a tip, maybe this will resonate with you guys, maybe it won't, maybe you guys will be like, oh Dan, you're so stupid, don't do that. But generally speaking, what I like to do when it comes to copper is I let it oxidize within the build naturally, and then I come back with my axe and my bee wax, and then I kind of chisel it off, chisel it. So I can kind of see where I want the weathering to be and where I don't. And I don't need to dedicate a giant field or a big space underground for it. You guys are just so weird with your copper, man. I don't know why you're oh my god, it needs to be perfect right now. Just let it do its thing in the wall. Relax. It's okay. You can enjoy it for what it is for right now. All perfect and brown and red. It'll be blue soon. And then you can go back and change it later. Just relax, it's fine. Relax. But yeah, anyway, to give you guys a quick tour of this place, there's generally not too much to show you guys that you haven't already seen. The interior design is very much under construction. The floors have not been put in yet. I didn't really have time for that, but we'll get to that at some point. Now, this particular setup is kind of intensive when it comes to iron and wood, so I haven't really done too many more modules with it just yet. Not much of a need for it at the moment, but when the time comes, I will definitely add more to this. The mining camp has a lot of mining to be done. But essentially, if you wanted to know how far back I'm planning on taking this, we have 2 blocks here away from the wall. I'm planning on keeping that all the way to the very end over here, so right about here is how far back I want these chests to go. And I'm probably going to continue the trough going out this way, this particular design with the trapdoors. It's not going to be a functional trough, but it'll be a trough nonetheless. And we're going to be doing some more cool things with that, some more thematic stuff, and that'll be very cool. Now, the top layer up here is mostly just to access these 2 chests here on the top, because I went and made this thing too stinking tall, so there's no way I can actually grab these chests and see what's in there. And that's kind of important because these chests do not empty until the chest below it. So, yeah, that's one of the design flaws about this particular storage setup. It's still useful for mass bulk storage, but it doesn't drain into the other chests below it. Honestly, I don't really think there's going to be too much in these chests up here at the very top anyway. because these are basically the last line of filling of, the items come in, they're going to be the last ones that get full, and then it transfers over to the next one. So, this one's going to fill up all the way first, and then this one's going to fill up all the way first, and then the next line, this one's going to fill up all the way first. And, there's a lot of storage here, believe it or not. There's more here than I thought at first. It's a very cramped space, but it can hold a lot of items, and that's good. I'm not actually planning on putting in anything more in here than just block storage. I said this actually in the end of the last episode, but I'm going to repeat it here for those of you who missed it. Just blocks, so deep slate, cobblestone, granite, diorite, that kind of stuff. All the ores, all that other stuff is going to be going to a separate building altogether. I don't know where just yet, but it's going to be somewhere within the mining camp, I can tell you that. Nighttime approaches, and it is time to sleep once again. I have actually updated my texture pack, and I keep saying texture pack. I updated my shader pack, and look at this. Copper torches, green light. I was testing out the lighting right here, and I kind of like this shade right here. I still think the yellow is a little bit too yellow. But I'm glad we have yellow lights, and redstone torches don't really give off a whole lot of light. I think if I was to take this out, yeah, see, it doesn't really... But yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm going to sleep now. Anyway, that's enough talk about the mining camp. We have got much more to do today than just standing around here talking about this and that. But I do gotta say, overall, this place has turned out fantastic, and I've got so much more planned for this place. So much more in store, in fact. Oh, it's gonna be so cool. It's basically like Central City Junior. And yeah, it's gonna be very cool. Trust me, it'll be very cool. Speaking of Central City, that is actually kind of where we're headed next. Kind of. We have a growing issue in the World Core vicinity that must be addressed, and it shall be addressed today. I'll see you guys over there. Now for the issue holding us back here at Central City and the World Core Cathedral. It's this growing chest monster. I made a bit of an error when it came to starting this project, and that is putting all the chests in the workspace. This right here will eventually become part of the cathedral, and I cannot have all these chests just hanging out here, blocking my progress. And the cathedral itself needs to be put in. I need to at least put in the foundation before I can ever start doing anything regarding Central City, because it is kind of like the keystone. I've said this before. It needs to be put in, and I need to get all these chests out of the way. Initially, what I was going to do was put all these chests into the mining camp's storage facility, but the problem with that really is the mining camp is just so far away, and I do not have any shulker boxes just to kind of load these things in and just kind of carry it over there. I would have to carry it over using all this inventory right here. And you can tell me, you know for a fact that would be a very long, very tedious process. It'll be a waste of time. So what we're going to do today is we're going to be building a brand new building in the vicinity, somewhere out here, somewhere where I think is far enough away where it won't kind of compete with the space for the cathedral itself. Possibly out over this direction. I'm thinking that's probably where I'll put it, like right there by the tree line, and have it be like the architect's workshop. And that's where we're going to put in a bunch of these chests, stack them 6 high, because we now know exactly how high we can stack a chest and still be able to access it. And yeah, we're just going to move all these things over there. It's going to be a lot of trees that will be sacrificed. Pig of great fortune. It'll be for the greater good. So that's the goal for today, and I'm gonna have to do a lot of land preparation, probably out over there. Let's take a look at this actually to see if we even like this. Oh, this is not very great. There's a big pit back here with a spider inside. So I could kind of put it like maybe like right over here. This is kind of like a good enough flat space, and maybe have it face this way. We can kind of flatten this area out. I think that might be what we do. Now, of course, what I could do, if I really wanted to be lazy and cheap and not very cool, I can just stack all my chests way out over here and just leave it like that. But for me personally, I want to put something a little more permanent in the world to kind of add to the lore of this place. Like, I want to actually say that, yes, the architect did live here. The architect is in fact dead. Cow. You know, it's basically like when you go to like one of those historic places and there's like the caretaker's cabin and that kind of thing. That's kind of the vibe I want. I want it to be close enough to the cathedral that you can kind of say it counts as part of the facility, but at the same time I don't want it like right inside the cathedral, if you understand what I'm saying. There is quite a few holes in the area that need to be plugged up. Got a lot of work out here to do, holy crap. So what I've decided to do for the time being is kind of map out how far I think the cathedral should go facing this particular direction. Now, we're not necessarily building the foundation for the cathedral today just yet. Probably not this episode, to be honest with you. But I can kind of map out, or kind of get a vibe check of how far back I think it should go, at least facing this direction. This right here is our midpoint. So if you walk with me this way, and you kind of use your imagination a little bit, you can kind of feel like, does this feel like cathedral size? Or does it feel like it needs to be a little bit further? I can always adjust this a little bit more, but the front door and all that space is not going to be much more further. Like, I may put it all the way out to here, if it feels like it needs to be this long or this big. And that still kind of puts us, you know, not in the vicinity of the architect's cabin. It's still pretty close to it. But, you know, it's going to be, it's going to be a pretty wide building, of course. It's not going to be small, but not that big. It might be like up to this point. Or, you know, who knows? But I think I can confidently say that, for all intents and purposes, this is probably far enough away that it won't interfere with anything I'm planning regarding the cathedral itself. And that's a good thing. I think we can build this like right here today and have a good time. So what we're going to do here first is flatten out a space. Got lots of landscaping to do out here. Lots of terraforming. Well, not really terraforming, but flattening out of the land. And then we're going to start building up the official storage space for everything that we're going to be digging out of the world core from here on out. And we're probably going to put the bed up in here too. It's going to be our sleepy place. I won't be having any more people knocking me down the world core pit, I can tell you that much. So I'm going to gather up some materials, some shovels and whatnot, and we're going to get to work moving all that dirt, flattening out some hills, and yeah, that's what we're doing. Buckle the heck up. That's why I'm hearing skeletons. They're all hiding down here. Cheeky bastards. Deal with them later. Alright, I think this space is pretty good for what we want to do here. Cathedral's probably going to be over here, or right here, the front entrance. This is probably going to be maybe the corner. Let's see. How close is this? How close is this to where the cathedral would be? So, cathedral would be possibly up to this point. Stretching out to maybe, I don't know, at the very furthest, maybe out to here. As far as a front door goes. Maybe. Either way, this is kind of gives me enough space to say that... Oh, internet disconnected. That's not good. I think this space is pretty good. I think we can work with this. I might move this back a little bit more just to be on the safe side, because I'm not sure how far this cathedral is actually going to stretch, but I think if I was to do it this distance, again, I'm just kind of going off vibes here, but it should be not crowding the architect's house too much, but yet it will feel like it's part of the design, and that is the whole point. So Yeah, I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get some more dirt. Maybe I'll sketch it in cobble this time, I don't know, but I want to kind of get the design going for this thing. And maybe we will bump out this dirt right here. We got this whole pit back here I forgot about. I don't think we want to go much further than this particular hill. Would you call that a hill? What would you call this? I don't know. Step up? Staircase? I don't know. But I don't think I want to go past this point, so we're going to put a torch right here just to kind of map that out. And I think what we're going to do is kind of start laying the foundation, this rough sketch for this particular storage room. And then we're going to get to work on actually building it. First I need to sleep, and I need to gather some materials, so I'll be back with you guys in just a minute. You know, it is kind of handy having the World Core dig site so close to the architect's house right over here. I didn't have to go all the way up to the Bountiful Mountain to get stuff. I just had to come over here and go through some chests, and yeah, look at that. I got enough material here to at least start out a sketch. We're going to get to work on that right now. So one thing to note, and this is kind of to reiterate for the new people here, is I don't actually build in creative first before taking on a build project. I do it live and in person as I can get. So none of this is pre-designed, but I do have a pretty good imagination, and I kind of know how I want this place to look already, more or less. It's going to be kind of, I don't really know how to describe the build style. I don't really build in build styles either. I kind of just go off rough vibes and cues. The cathedral will be a little bit more designed, let's just say, but for this particular space, I think I want it to be more like more of a house sort of thing, but not quite. You'll see. You'll see. I don't want to put it like right here on this torch, so let's say right here is where we'll start it. And I want to make this particular part just a box. It's going to be probably a 2-story sort of situation with the storage room stretching out this direction. Actually, this is already kind of incorrect, unless I push back some of this dirt here. I don't know if I want to do that. We're going to find out. We're just kind of free-forming here. We're just kind of going with what feels right, going off vibes. How does this feel? I think I like that. Okay, so one thing I should probably do here first is figure out how many chests I want to put in here. So if we're gonna have this as a main entrance, let's just say we're gonna put a door. Do I want to put the door center, or do I want to have it off to the center? I think for the sake of visual interest, let's do this. We'll have the door be right here. So you come into the space, and maybe we'll have the staircase going up this way. Kind of like this sort of way. And we'll curve it around the side of the wall, perhaps? Yeah. So the floor will be up this high. And this is where the sleeping quarters will be, I think. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. I should probably put one more block up there, actually, because they're going to put stair right here, stair right here, stair right here, stair right here, stair right here. And then it'll be flat. Yeah, so it'll be like this. Oops, screwed it up already. Okay, so it's going to be like that. That is going to be our staircase situation. So this right here is the... Oh, I can't reach it. Top floor. Yeah, I'd say that's a good height right there. Let me try putting this in here because I can't seem to reach it. It's probably 6 blocks high. We'll just copy this from the lower level. And then we will grab some more dirt here. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I could ever really sketch in cobblestone. I'm just a dirt boy. It's just my jam. Like, this is just so much easier. So much easier to remove. I don't know how people can do that. Like, cobblestone rough drafting just doesn't work for me. And we'll have this go doot 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 doot. I've seen some people actually do this in wool. That might be interesting to try out, but again, I think dirt is just so much better for this. Although for wool, you can actually kind of set, you know, building color. So if you want, you know, like villager farmhouse or something like that, you can make it green wool. You can make a villager librarian house white, you know, that kind of thing. I usually don't need to remember what building is which because I have a pretty good memory, believe it or not. Sometimes my memory is really good, and sometimes it is not. So I like this space so far. This feels good. We'll have the door right here. You know what I want to do, actually? I want to actually do something like this. Alright? And this will be kind of inside a little alcove. I'm getting some weird vibes from this particular build. Like, to me, it looks sort of like a colonial sort of... I'm not going to say medieval. I don't think it's medieval. It's more colonial, sort of like, you know, like the Mediterranean sort of style, those little, like, clay houses or something like that? Like, it looks like that in my brain. But it doesn't really match how the cathedral will look, because the cathedral is going to be kind of more or less based off like Notre Dame or one of the other big European fancy cathedrals and that kind of thing. But this looks like, in my brain, more like one of those Mediterranean little, like, cottage sort of houses. I don't know why my brain is like this, but this is what my muse is saying build, so I'm going to build it in this design, and I hope you guys enjoy it, because it'll be very cool. We're going to have like a little window. It's actually going to be kind of similar to the farmhouse, maybe, in some regard. I don't know. But I want this to be roughly the same size as this floor below it, so it's going to be kind of a tall building. That's what the muse is saying to me at the moment. How many blocks tall is this? So 6 blocks, and then you hit the roof. Okay, so 7 blocks from the floor. Good to know. Put some extra here. 1, 2, 3, 4, so 3 more blocks. That's kind of a big building, but that's fine. When I get this cathedral put in, like, it is gonna dwarf, like, the farmhouse. It's gonna dwarf this thing. Like, the cathedral is gonna be freaking massive, man. Holy crap. I'm gonna be working on that cathedral for a very, very long time. It's not gonna be a one and done, I can tell you that. Oh, but it's gonna be worth it. Once it's all put in, ooh, it's gonna be so worth it. Yeah, this is looking pretty good. I like this. How much more dirt do I have? I got enough dirt to probably finish this building, and then I'm gonna have to go in and get some more. It's okay, because I got tons of dirt hanging out somewhere. I know that much. So, you might be noticing that I sound slightly different, and I do want to talk about this for a quick moment. I have become keenly aware of my audio issues. Oh, look who it is. Oh, look who it is again. He's come to interrupt me once again. Maybe this guy has something that I really, really want. Please tell me, sir, that you received my request about mangrove propagules. Hello, sir. We meet once again. Are you the same one that was around last time, or are you a different one? Do you know the guy? The guy who was around last time who was like, getting in my crap constantly? It better not be you. I asked him for a special request, okay? I asked him, can I put in a request? And he walked away from me. You are very fixated on this wall, my good friend. I do not know why. What is so interesting about this dirt block? Does it hold the secrets? The secrets of ultimate destiny. Man, he is just stoned or something. I don't know. What do you got? Oh, you got glowstone. That's pretty cool. Blue ice. That's pretty good too. I would have gone on glowstone, but I only have so many emeralds, and I'm saving them for something much more important. Yes, you may go. Go as far as you wish. Do not get in my way, please. Please, do not get in my way. Anyway, yes, my audio might sound different. It's because I have redone my entire audio setup. It has come to my attention, and I'm pretty sure you've noticed that in the last couple of videos, there's been this metal, like, pronging sound. It's taken me some time to figure out exactly what is causing that. And what I found out is it's actually my arm mount rattling whenever I touch my desk, basically. It's the craziest thing. To give you guys a bit of a backstory on old Uncle Dan here, for the last couple of years, and this goes into my audio. Okay, there's the big story here. This is story time with Dan, Uncle Dan's story time. For the last couple of years, I'm going to say, honestly, almost the last couple decades, since about 2012, I'd say, I have been living a semi-nomadic life. I've been moving from place to place, maybe staying in a spot for maybe 2 to 3 years, sometimes 4, sometimes 5, but never anywhere conceivably long. In fact, I'm probably going to be moving again here relatively soon, maybe in April, depending how things go. There's a plan in place, but we're still finalizing the design. The design. Here I am in talking about, like, moving as in terms of art. No, but basically, like, moving from place to place, you have less incentive to buy really heavy furniture, because if you've been living alone for, a long time, let's just say, you kind of have to move things by yourself. So having a heavy desk to manage, like, regularly is just not feasible. So essentially what this is I'm using a very cheap but effective IKEA desk that I bought from IKEA. It's one of those ones where you buy the parts individually and kind of set it up yourself. I'm going to get more dirt here, so hang on while I'm telling a story. So essentially what I'm using for a desk right now is a really light IKEA desk that I assembled myself. All the parts I had to buy separately. Cheap as all hell. Like, it is not expensive at all. It weighs nothing, but it's sturdy. Right? It actually can hold weight, to a certain extent. Like, you're not putting, like, bricks on it or anything like that. I'm not even sure if you're even supposed to use it as a desk. I use it as a desk. But because it's so light, any sort of movement I put on my desk, it causes things to kind of wobble a little bit. Now, my arm mount I got mostly because I am using a Blue Yeti, and I know Blue Yeti is crap. You don't need to tell me. But the only setting on Blue Yeti that I like is the stereo setting. That's the only one that sounds good. It's the one that I'm using right now, but that's mostly designed for musical instruments. And it's very particular about the position of where you're talking from. So in my earlier episodes, I'd had it off to the side, and you can kind of hear it because if I turn around this side, see, suddenly I sound like I'm talking right into your right ear. And if I sound like I'm talking on this side, I sound like I'm talking to your left ear. You see how that works? It doesn't make for a good video. So I needed it front and center, right in front of me. And I thought I could do that with an arm mount because, you can kind of position that however you want. So I purchased an arm mount. I got this arm mount really inexpensively because we're on a budget here at Galzimus MC Studios from Temu. And, for the first couple episodes of the videos that I've been doing, it's been working fine. It hasn't been making, like, plong, plong sounds. What am I getting? I'm getting dirt. But for the longest time, I couldn't figure out what it was doing. I thought, it sounds like I'm bumping it. I'm not touching it. It's there's no bumping going on. It's just doing it on its own. So what I thought it was me pushing my keys on the keyboard. And this is why the last episode that I did, the one that I'm not showing you guys, the one where I'm building the thing in the mining camp, the storage room, I thought if I put my keyboard in my lap, I would be able to take away the pronging. There would be no more pronging in the vicinity. Turns out, and if anything, it got worse, because I had to move back my arm mount. I repositioned it further away just so I wouldn't have any trouble with it. It was worse. It made it terrible, and it's like so bad. And I was like, I'm not uploading this. I got into the editor. I was like in my DaVinci Resolve, and I was going, oh my god, this is horrible. I thought we were done with the audio problems, but no. So essentially what I've decided to do is to revert my Blue Yeti back to its traditional built-in holder desk mount, because it's much more sturdy, it's not going to get knocked around, and it's not going to make that pronging sound. But I have to have it squarely in front of me, so I've now developed a way where I can do that. I'm not sure if the audio quality is still that good or not. It is a Blue Yeti, and it's not positioned the best. None of my equipment, I would say, is particularly designed with intention. Like, I'm kind of just have a bunch of things that are just kind of thrown together from days gone by. Because I used to do video production in much lesser quality and quantity in my earlier years. And this is all, like, hand-me-downs, and, yeah, that's what you get. That's what you get. That's what you get! Get it! It was all, like, not hand-me-downs, but it's, like, things from days gone by. And, I haven't been able to really invest too much into, like, the channel so much. I would love to get a new microphone. That is definitely on the agenda, but for right now, it's just not feasible. Let me get into this here really quick. I think for what I want to do is I want to actually have another arch right here. And this would be where the architect would do their work. Like right in here. This is actually an even number. Do I want it to be an even number? I have to go sleep now because this guy's turning into an invisible man. But in terms of, like, the microphones that I want to get, there's a couple of different things that's holding me back at the moment. So in order to really amp up my production, or my quality of my production, what I need to do is I need to get a new desk. I need to get one that's actually purpose-built, that's not going to get knocked over at a breeze. A strong breeze will not knock it over. Not something that can wobble easily. I need to have good, firm footing. And then I can do things... Oh, the rainbow connection. I can do... What was that? I saw something. Guess it was nothing. Because once I get a new desk, I can get a better... Well, I mean, maybe the arm mount would be fine the way it is. I don't know if it's the arm mount also that's causing the trouble. But once I get a new desk, I can put the arm mount on there, and then I can get a new microphone, because this Blue Yeti, it's gotten me through some pretty good stuff. Like, it's done some pretty good things for me. But it is quite crap. It's not good. I think what we want to do is do one of these things. I want something that sounds a little bit better. And for the most part, Blue Yeti is kind of obsolete these days. Like, there's no real reason why you should be using one unless you have nothing else, which is my situation. The microphone that I'm interested in getting is the Rode Pod mic. I think it's probably the best one out there at the moment that I could afford anyway. Like, I think it has XLR as an option. I want to get something that is both USB and XLR, so when the time comes... If the time comes, but when the time comes that I want to do studio quality audio, we're going to see if we can get that far, but then I will have that as an option. But then, that takes a lot of extra equipment, and you gotta get a switchboard and all this other stuff. That is not in my budget. I need to first lock down where I'm living, and that's another thing we're working on here. So, that's what's been going on there. Let's get back to building here for a minute, and then we can continue to talk about production issues. What I want to do here is I think I want this to be... Do I want this building to be longer or shorter than the actual work area? Because it's going to be like, going out this way to about maybe this point. I should probably get rid of some of this dirt back here, but I did not make any shovels. We can fix that pretty easily, I think. Let's go back over here. I think there's a work table. There is more affordable versions of microphones that I could get. There's the HyperX Quadcast 2. I've seen it at Walmart. It's very inexpensive, but it needs, I think, an arm mount, and that's kind of like, maybe it has its own. I don't know. I thought about it, but to be quite honest with you, the the microphone I think is kind of ridiculous because it's got like that RGB sort of like color stripes in that, and it just goes like gamer, and I'm like, the RGB in it makes me feel kind of ridiculous using it. Like, it's hard for me to take it seriously. Zombie in the ground grumbling as always. So I don't know. Window right there. I think there's gonna be window right there. Let's push back some of this dirt, and then we can get on to other things. Honestly, one thing I need to do as well is probably consider getting a second monitor, so I can kind of keep an eye on my audio levels better. The other thing that kind of drives me crazy, like, it's mostly the audio stuff. Like, I thought we were done with audio issues after we got into this like arm mount business, but it keeps punking me. The audio keeps punking me. I'm getting tired of it. So I need to have a way to monitor if I'm peaking or not, and there's really no way for me to do that. I told them, do not get in my way. And he's climbing all over my stuff again. What is wrong with these villagers? Holy crap. The end goal in all this is I want to make at least decent quality videos, and I can't very well do that if my equipment sucks. So it's like I have to kind of upgrade as I go along, and that costs money, and I do not have much in the way of money to invest. It is a little bit lopsided, isn't it? Do I care if it's lopsided? I'm talking about the build here, by the way. Like, this is not even on this side. Is that something I care about? Does it add character? Not everything needs to be, symmetrical in Minecraft. Like, you can kind of add a little bit of tilt to things, and it actually adds a little bit more flavor to your build, I think. I think that's good. Let's see. I just want to push this back to maybe here. If I was to do one of these, it wouldn't be that hard to actually stretch this out even further. I mean, I could do that. Or, here's an idea. Could have another room back here on this side. I don't know what would be back here. Ooh, maybe it would be like the actual place where all the tools will be kept. If I actually use it for that purpose, who knows, but I have a space back here. You can kind of come through here. Dangling llamas. Dangling llamas. As always. That's actually not too bad. I like that. Then we can have another door right here just for funsies. Yeah, okay. This side right here I don't think is going to be as high as this. I think it's going to be maybe just below. I think just like that. And maybe it'll be sloping down. So we'll do one of these. How does this look? How does this make us feel? That is the big question. How does it make you feel? Does it make you feel claustrophobic? Does it make you feel sad? I like it. I kind of like it. Yeah. Okay, I like this. This is turning out pretty cool. What I think I want to do now is figure out the roof level for this particular place. This particular area. This is where all the chests are going to be, and from the World Core digs. And oh, I hear a witch. I hear a witch. Oh, it's underneath me. Okay, good. Haven't heard one of those in a while. Oh my god, I got this cackling weirdo in my face now. So, see, now I'm thinking I made this thing too big over here. Let's do this. So we know for a fact that we cannot have a chest taller than 6, otherwise we're not going to be able to access the very, very highest chest. So if we do one of these, put this right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, this is probably perfect. Oops. 6. So that's as high as we can go with the chests. Okay. You can put chests here, maybe? And chests here, like that. And they can be like rows going down all the way. How does that make us feel? Does that make us happy or does that make us sad? It is kind of wasting space here, because I could probably fit in at least one more chest, but then I'm not going to have a lot of room to maneuver. So it's like I can come along this side. I don't think... I want to leave some room right here, so maybe we stop them this far? See, now I don't know why I'm putting a space here, unless I do... Well, we can move these together, actually. Me without my axe. So they're like this instead. I mean, that kind of makes more sense to me than not. So I think that's what we'll do. Yeah, because otherwise we're going to be like right up against this wall right here. And just so I know, we'll do that. I think this is what we're going to do. I still got a lot of work ahead of me. But as far as coming inside, I think I still want to have like a way in here. So do I just have this be open like this and have this one be open too, like this? The one advantage to having this room be open to the elements is it basically gives me the ability to run directly from the world core all the way into here without having to go through any doors or any of that other nonsense. So there is an advantage to having it open like this. Yeah, I think that's probably the best way to do it. I like the idea of just coming in here and just and then I got this room back here to do building or smelting or something. It's not going to be a very big room, but that's beside the point. And up here is where I can sleep. Just come run in, take a nap, come back out, get some materials or whatever. Back to work we go. Yeah, I think that might be what we do here. Ooh, okay, so now I just got to put the blocks into this place and finish it up, and I'm going to need to get a lot of wood made and turn them into chests. Fortunately, we got this whole forest back here, but I don't know if I really want to cut down these trees back here just yet. I don't really know what's back here. As far as like thematic beauty, anyway, like I don't want to ruin the natural landscape too much in this world if I can avoid it. Some of these things, of course, will have to go in time, but for right now, that day has not come. And yeah, I think the backside. Should we do the same thing on the backside, I wonder? I don't think we need to, because we're not really going out this direction for anything. But we can copy this design on this side just to be uniform. I think that's what we'll do, actually. Okay, then. I'm going to quit yammering and maybe get to work on making this thing look actually complete. Time-lapse ahoy, maybe? Probably time-lapse ahoy. I'll see you guys on the other side. You know, considering that I didn't really come into this project with rain in mind, are you a thunderstorm or are you regular rain? I think it's just regular rain. Ooh. Hey, you missed. Alright, I'm gonna have to sleep now before the forest burns down. I have angered the Minecraft gods. Get out. Oh my god, don't do it. 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 Oh, you bastard. You're just... Oh, he blew up my... Oh, he blew up my chest. Oh my god. That was an important chest. I didn't want to... Oh. Oh. Oh! It's a good thing I don't have any cobblestone on me. Where is it? Where is it? Is it this one? Ah, there it is. It's been reduced to a single chest, so we're still okay. Okay, well, I wanted to move my stuff into the storage room, and I guess I'm gonna have to now. Let me sleep first and get rid of this rain. Oh my gosh. Not what I was intending. We're off to a great start today. Creeper invasion. Creeper invasion everywhere. Oh, skeleton. Nope. Creeper. Nope. Don't like. There's another creeper right there. Zombie right there. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh, it's freaking Monster City out here. Excuse me, pig of great fortune. Emergency. Emergency. I will summon in the sunlight, and you will all burn. Well, except for the creepers. The creepers shall not burn, unfortunately. Ah, well, that was an unexpected opening to this next segment that we're doing here. Screw it, man. We'll just dump it into here for now. I don't got time for this. I want this, and I'll take this. Okay. Gotta keep an eye out for those creepers now, because they're just kind of all over the place. But yeah, I mean, look at that. Does that not look cool? It's gonna look even better when I get the rest of the buildings put in around it. I like the way it looks. It's still a little bit under construction. It's not necessarily complete. The exterior is more or less at a point where I feel like I can start moving things away from the World Core build site and start cleaning up that area over there. I mean, the creepers are kind of helping me with that. But I do not need their assistance too much because they create a lot of problems, as you can plainly see. So I'm going to be working on transferring over pretty much all these chests over here into this particular building, which will be their home from now on. I need to get a new bed there. Okay. Just put as much away as we can into these chests while we have the ability to do so. This place is turning into a war zone, man. I swear to God. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Nope. We're not doing that again. Okay, we gotta be careful around here. This place is dangerous as hell. Now, I will say that the exterior is more or less where I want it to be. There's some details in here that I still need to add, but, I mean, inside here, look at this. This is kind of like the vibe I was going for. Like, I want something spacious and just lined with chests in here. And this will stay here in this world for forever and ever. As part of the Forever World, as part of the story. One of the things I do want to change here is I want to bump out this particular wall, I think. I don't like how this particular back room here is just kind of like flush with this wall on this side, so I definitely want to bump this out maybe one more. And one of the design features that I did here was this particular window is just kind of, it needs to not be this close like this. It's not ideal. The other thing I wanted to do was kind of add some arches here on the back side to kind of mirror what's in the front. It's not going to have any entrances on this side, but it's just there to kind of match, you know, like it'd be kind of weird if it didn't have it. Texturing is still under a bit of construction, I guess, or we're working on that. It'll change over time, I assure you. But that is one of those details that I will probably do away from you guys. We still need to put a roof on this back room, too, all the way over here. It's kind of like, oh, no ceiling, no roof. So rain can just come in, and bad guys can come in. I need to put the windows in still. This is normal for me. I almost never put in windows. Anyway, let's put away what we've got outside by the world core, because we probably have more than enough space here for pretty much everything that's out there already. And we will carry on with this. I got more wood here, so if I wanted to, I can create more chests, and I probably will do that. Actually, I want to do this while we're here. Just to kind of... There we go. That was kind of bothering me. Okay, now comes the slow, tedious part of transferring all those chests. I gotta make a new bed because the creeper exploded it again. I'm losing beds so much. I try to keep my beds for like as long as I can as kind of like mementos, so my original sleeping bag blew up ages ago. I think this was the replacement sleeping bag that just blew up, and that's also gone now. So that's 2 for 2 at the moment. These creepers are winning the war, for sure. No, I'm not necessarily particularly bothered about keeping the chests in here organized. They're just kind of just a dump chest, just dumped all in there. Which is different from the storage system. Well, I guess the storage system back at the mining camp is kind of the same thing, except it's not automated. Or this one isn't automated, I should say. But yeah, I'm not really too fussed about keeping it sorted at the moment, and I probably never will be. I will probably come here and empty out the stuff slowly as I go on. I'm planning on using this stuff for builds in Central City itself at some point, so everything serves a purpose here. You know, this isn't a junk room, this is a storage room. The thing about the farmhouse is that it doesn't really have enough space to hold anything meaningful, so this particular warehouse over here will be a very good asset for us going forward. I also gotta fix this. I gotta move this too. I mentioned this earlier, but the architect is in fact dead. The architect is the one who fell down this hole and died. I know that was me. I realize that was me, but the story is that was the architect. And there will be probably... I decided what I'm gonna do with this particular, well, what's left of it at the moment, grave coffin, is I want to put it inside the actual cathedral. Kind of like, you know, when you think of European cathedrals, right? There's like that thing where they have the saints in there and they're buried. This is more of a European thing, I think, than a Western. I guess European is Western, but not an American thing, let's just say, where they have like someone actually important buried at a cathedral. But that's what I want to do, is I want to have the architect's grave be in there. So I gotta do something special with that. I gotta hide that where it's not going to get blown up by something. That was a most unfortunate situation we just had there. As I start emptying out these chests, I'm planning on taking them down and moving them into the storage warehouse over here. Oh my god, this is going to be a pain in the butt. I gotta go back to the farmhouse to sleep now because there's no bed over here. You know what I should do? I should probably go shear some of my sheep and get a new bed going, just so I don't have to keep running back and forth like this. Okay. We might as well actually put it inside the actual building as it was intended. And we'll just leave it there. So, let me head back over here and we'll take care of some business. Make a new bed. And we'll go to sleep. I think that's a good idea. Man, I really did anger the Minecraft gods. Oh my gosh. I was just thinking about that. The creepers and the lightning bolts and oh my gosh. A curse upon me. A curse, I say. Oh wow, look at that sun. That's pretty cool. I've never seen it glow like that. Okay, so we're going to come up here first and we're going to sleep in our usual bed here at the farmhouse, and then daylight shall return, and then we shall make a new bed. And that bed shall be amazing and perfect and awesome. So says I. Davy Jones. I kind of miss... This is kind of completely random, but... on Pirates of the Caribbean, at Disney, I think all the parks had it, there was like a mist screen with Davy Jones on it, and he's like, so says I, Davy Jones. So I was like, that's funny. So every time I hear it, internet, what the heck, man? Why are you doing that? I do need to switch up these animal pens here at the Bountiful Mountain Farm. These were kind of like temporary, thrown together, silly things, but there is a serious flaw with these. if a lightning strike was to happen on one of these wood slabs, it's happened before actually, I've caught it, but it will burn away and then all the sheep will get out. So I need to basically put in something a little more permanent than this. And we'll do that in time, but for now, this is fine. You cheapskate. Alright, the gray sheep are probably going to have to be what we use. Yeah, there we go. That'll do. Onwards to victory. We shall put the bed, probably right here. I like having a bed by the window. That's just how I am as a human being. Because then you can come over here and you can, well, I guess you can't really see out that way, but if there was a window right here, you know, you can lay in bed and look out into the wondrous vistas and be like, what a great morning that is. But the sun rises from here, so I guess it wouldn't matter. Let's go ahead and put some more stuff away here, I think. I think we need to stop talking and get to work. I need to get rid of all those mobs that are hanging out in the underground. That's going to be another thing I got to do. Oh, not them two. This is like the third batch I've seen already. Should we ambush them? They are kind of like right up in my business. Oh, I've been spotted. I've been spotted. No survivors. Ha! Finally got one of their heads. Ha ha ha! Victory is mine. For now, I'll keep this in here just for the sake of not having it in my inventory at the moment. We're doing some moving around, and that's just going to create bottleneck. And this is why I didn't want to move any of these items all the way out to the mining camp. Can you imagine making this trip back and forth? Oh my gosh, it would take me like a billion years just to get all this stuff out of here. Why do I have smooth stone in here? That's kind of weird. What was I doing? I don't even remember. Why would I have smooth stone in there? Huh. Okay. I guess I was doing something strange. I don't remember. I don't remember what all that was from. Okay, sun's starting to go down. I think we can probably get the rest of these chests out of the way. And then we can sleep. And then we can get on with the rest of what needs to happen today, which, to be honest, isn't a lot. I think we want to do one more thing, and then we're going to call it a day. How does that sound to you guys? Does that sound amicable? Amicable? I believe it does sound amicable. I speak for you in this case, if you didn't already know. Look at that. Chest monster has been slain. Well, except for that, but that's a special chest. It was like I was never here. Except for the giant creeper holes everywhere. Well, I guess it's not a giant creeper hole, but it's a noticeable one. Sheep. Good evening, sheep. How funny would it be if I just left the floor in here grass? I mean, I could do that. It does have kind of that interesting, like, shag carpet feel towards it, and I could just kind of put like trapdoors on this, or the shelf block. I could probably do the shelf block up here, put the oak wood one, and then on the bottom here I can put some kind of slab so you can't see the dirt. I mean, I could do it. It would be really funny, but I could do it. Would I do it, though? That is the question. Would I do it? I don't know. There is a possibility. There is a universe, right, where even this space in here is not going to be enough to hold in all of the world core dig site operations, so I might need to expand this even further. Wouldn't that be funny? How would I do that? I guess that's for future Dan to figure out, but for now, let's put away what we've got, and let's roll on with the rest of what we've got planned today. I need to do something with these chests, but I think I'm going to do that away from you guys, because it's just going to be me putting down more chests and filling out this space and all that other stuff. We've recovered quite a bit. I've turned a lot of my spruce wood into chests for this. Not really my intention. I'm going to have to probably grow some more spruce wood for future projects. I wasn't intending on using them for chests, but that's okay. We've got time. The need for spruce wood has not yet come, but it will be coming pretty soon. I'm still going to be kind of vague about it. A true magician does not reveal their tricks, and a true storyteller does not tell all their stories all at once. So you're just going to have to wait and see what the spruce wood will be for. How about that? How about that? I'm going to head back to the Bountiful Mountain Farm now, and I'm going to put away this iron ore. Raw iron, I'm sorry. We don't call it iron ore anymore. And I think we're going to wrap things up with an enchant, because I definitely want to get Silk Touch, and Core Digger, this is Slate Slammer, so Core Digger already needs to be repaired again. I want to, if I can't get a hold of Silk Touch, what I want to do is try to upgrade the Unbreaking. Actually, I want to do a science experiment before anything else happens here. Let me head back into my little storage facility up here, and we will see what we can do. I have a hunch. I have a theory, and I want to test this theory. I used to have so much iron, and now I've got basically none. That's what happens when you work with hoppers. You just get no iron in your inventory anymore. It's all gone. It's all been used up. So here's Core Digger, and I want to know. Well, first let's grab some lapis, but let's do a little bit of a science experiment here at this anvil. If I was to combine, in theory, if I was to combine Core Digger with Slate Slammer, what would happen? See, efficiency would go up, because they're both efficiency 4. Oh, okay. So if I wanted to get Unbreaking 5, I'm assuming Unbreaking 5 exists, I would need to have 2 Unbreaking 4s and put them together. I'm not really worried about efficiency. I'd really like to have Unbreaking on one of these pickaxes, I'm sorry, where I can get one of these things going for a lot longer, because these guys are just getting chewed up in the world core. Like, you would think they'd last a lot longer than they do, and they just simply do not. So what I'm thinking I need to do is I need to combine that enchant to get something good. But let's see what we have as an option here. These are my testing enchanting pickaxes. Fortune 2? Nah. Fortune 1? Nah. What else do we got? I don't really need a weapon. We don't have an enchanted axe yet. That's not really something I want. Let's try the books. See what we have available for books. Knockback, that's good for weapons. Not anything good here either. I should make a set of armor in here that I could test to see what's available. Do we want to try a sword? Do we want to try an axe? I don't think I want to do an axe. I think what I want to focus right now is pickaxe. But if I make a diamond pickaxe, it's just going to be, well, you know, I probably can do a couple enchants here, because it's not going to eat up too much of my enchant levels. Oh, you know what? I had a bunch of sticks inside the storage room down at the World Core. I have to go back upstairs to the kitchen, make another pickaxe, as you do, as I do in this world. This is what happens here. But I do have 40 diamonds from all my digging around, so let's turn these into pickaxes for now. We're gonna need a whole fleet of these as is, and diamond pickaxes are the most viable thing I think I need at the moment. I'm not really planning on doing any crazy combat anytime soon, so yeah. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Fortune 2. If I was to combine... I need Fortune 3 for that. I don't think Fortune 5 exists. I don't think that goes that high. I think Fortune 3 might be as high as it goes. I really don't know too much about enchant levels, so I need to learn this stuff, but... if I get Unbreaking 4 on this, that would be handy to keep. Let's hope for that. Unbreaking 3. Not as good as that. No. Okay, what do we got here? Efficiency 4. No, I want Unbreaking. Okay, let's go take a look at the book. Take a look. It's in a book. A reading rainbow. I can be anything. That is not anything good for me. A reading rainbow! Okay, we'll just do another diamond pickaxe, why not? Efficiency 4. Oh, that's not what we want. We want one of these. Fortune 3, efficiency 4. I could, in theory, combine that with Core Digger and get efficiency 5 and then just like all the way through the world core. That would kind of differentiate itself a little bit. Do I want to do that? I don't know if I want to do that. No, I think what I'll do is I'll just keep these guys in here for now. Alongside this guy. Yeah, see, that doesn't... I can just use this guy to repair that, and then I can get efficiency for it. But I'd like... Oh, I just want Unbreaking, man! Does Unbreaking 4 even exist? Man, I don't even know. One less check. Smite. No, it's not any good for me. Where's my stone pick? Silk Touch. Hell yeah. Okay, here's what we'll do. This one is not as valuable, so if I go to my grindstone and I grind off this enchant, would it provide me with enough levels to give me that enchant? This one. This is the one that's not as good, right? Yeah, this one's not as good. Oh, almost. Almost. There we go. Silk Touch is mine. It's a glorious day. Give me that. It's just Silk Touch. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. We're just going to be using it very sparingly. But that opens up a lot of possibilities for us now, because now we can get beehives. Finally. Finally, beehives. And we can finally get the bountiful mountain apiary, the bee farm going. And then I can start stocking up all that stuff, start getting all the beeswax for all the copper over there and all the copper to come. Oh, it's a good time. I only need a couple of bees, too. After that, I can kind of just populate them as needed. Yeah, that's a good time. I'm going to go ahead and sleep, and then I think we're going to call it a day here, friends. I think we've gotten into enough trouble for one day. I think for our next episode, what I want to do, actually, is I'm just itching to go out with Pimento again. Our dear friend Pimento, heading out this direction. I don't want to break the glass. It's not an emergency. To, look for mangrove wood. I've actually got the Evoxy mod running right now, so I can see a lot further. So I should be able to see, in theory, a mangrove swamp a lot easier from a distance with this mod turned on. That's the idea anyway. And I'm just generally curious what's out in that direction. And there's things we can talk about. I actually have been stockpiling some things to rant about while we're walking in that particular direction. We aren't actually in the Mounts of Mayhem just yet, which would allow Pimento to swim across rivers and such. I'm planning on updating everything again probably when the next update happens, the spring drop, whatever that is, because craftable name tags are actually something that I'm really interested in. For the longest time, I've left Pimento unnamed. I actually do think I have a couple name tags floating around in my inventory, but just haven't got around to it, kind of lazy. But I need to name these two friends here. I still have not told you guys what this cow's name is. I have settled on a name for it. But Pimento, our dear friend Pimento the horse, he needs to get his name going. He needs to have a name, and he needs to be awesome and a contributing member to this society. As well as our two dogs out here in the front, Punk and Hoodlum. They both need names as well. And yeah, we will get to that. Right now they just have a sign above their dog houses to differentiate themselves. I could also dye their collars if I really wanted to be specific on that. I need to get a flower farm going too. Oh my gosh. But that will also probably have to wait for a later date because I need to find a spot where blue flowers pop up. I mean, they're probably down over here somewhere, but later dates. There's so many different things I gotta do in this world still, and we're just scratching the surface, and we're off to good things. So yeah, I think next time it's just gonna be a chill time. We're just gonna go out west. I believe that's west. Because this is east. Yeah, so west this way. See what lands are out there, see what adventure awaits us, and what trouble we can get up to, and maybe we'll find Mangrove finally. Because these wandering traders are just not cutting it. They're just getting in my way and being obnoxious little dorks. Dangling their llamas in front of my face like a carrot on a stick, sheep. Like a carrot on a stick. I know that's not something you go after. Where's the pig? Pig of great fortune. They're dangling their llamas like carrots on a stick. Yeah, he doesn't like that either. He's like, I'm gonna get that carrot someday, and he never does. Anyway, I think that's going to be about it for us today. This episode has been quite a journey. I hopefully can keep myself from having audio issues in the future. I'm still going to be tinkering with my Blue Yeti probably here in the next episode, so I might sound a little bit different yet again. This episode's been kind of like a dry run. But yeah, I'm going to get the heck on out of here. You guys have a great day, and I will see you in the next one. And we shall go on another journey together and have the best of times. So, hope to see you then. Goodbye for now.